Hello everybody, welcome to TechGrowthStocks channel. Today I have a new episode of my Momentum Master series and specifically today I want to talk about the most disruptive momentum stocks as of now. So I think this is a very exciting series because the disruptive stocks and the most innovative stocks are the leading stocks and these can advance the most in my opinion. So guys, be excited with me to have a look at these stocks and please be advised, this video does not constitute financial advice, it's for entertainment purpose only. So please consider that. Okay guys, so let's start right off. In one note, so I think the innovative stocks are so, I will cover the best innovative sectors and themes. So I will cover the best internet stocks in this strategy, the best innovative industrial stocks, the best fintech stocks, and also the most innovative healthcare stocks. I think these are the themes and sectors which are most innovative as of now, and so I want to cover I cover these sectors and select for you the stocks which are most innovative and which have the highest momentum. Because in these high momentum octane names, I think there lies the magic, the performance magic, in my opinion, and so I only focus on these highest potential stocks. But please be advised also, this does not constitute financial advice, as said, and it's not without risk to invest in these high octane names, so there can be losses associated with these stocks as well. Okay guys, and girls, so let's start right off. Let's look quickly at the Nasdaq and then have a look at the stocks. Okay, here we can see the longer term chart of the Nasdaq, and currently we are topping here. We have a double top, looks like a double top, and we are pulling back, because the US election is only one day ahead. We have the corona pandemic intensifying, and also we have we have also problems with the state aid in USA. That's why the market has been pulling back. But I think it's now an attractive time to look at stocks and look at disruptive stocks, and this is what we're going to do now. So let's look at the first disruptive stock, and it is MCRB, Xerath Therapeutics. Here you can see the longer term chart of Xerath Therapeutics, and you can see after its IPO in 2015, it went into a long-term downtrend, and now it had a game changer this year in August, and it just jumped on one day, or in 1 week it jumped extremely because of some news. And in the short-term chart you can see and this jump had a very strong volume. So definitely looks like some insiders or people which know much about this company went into the stock, and we see it's holding this gap. After this gap up, it's holding its lower end of that gap quite strongly, and currently it's pulling back to its 50-day moving average. So I think for this stock, the 50-day moving average for Xerath Therapeutics could be a good entry point. The growth characteristics are not that strong, but it has so strong relative strength so that we consider it. The growth characteristics are the EPS growth is minus 18% and the sales growth is minus 20%, but the strong relative strength rating is, as said, is strong with 99. One note for this company, it's a biotech company, and biotech often do not trade on fundamentals or based on earnings. Biotech companies trade more or less on catalysts like FDA approvals and things like that, or positive results of studies. and the fundamentals are not that important for biotech companies. Okay, that was the first stock. It has the highest momentum currently in the innovative, disruptive momentum stock space. So I think definitely it's a stock to watch. Okay, the next stock is ZM, Zoom Video Communications. Yeah, here you can see the longer term chart of Zoom Video Communications. Zoom had been an IPO last year in April. Here it formed its IPO base, and this year around March it broke out of the IPO base and formed a strong uptrend. In the short-term chart we see that strong uptrend, and recently, since the 19th of October, we have been pulling back quite strongly. So now we are at the 15-day moving average for Zoom, and I think this could be an attractive entry point here, or maybe in the near term. Zoom Video Communications has excellent growth characteristics, super strong EPS growth of nearly 1,800%, a super strong sales growth of 262%, and a super strong relative strength rating of 99. So it's definitely a top pick, a top internet company in the communication services space. Okay, so that was it for Zoom. Let's have a look at the next disruptive momentum stock, and it is TSLA, Tesla. And here you can see the longer term chart of Tesla, and after its IPO in 2010, it moved up and in a sideways fashion, or here we had a sideways move, and then we had the breakout in 2013. We broke out from 7, 8, went to a higher level around 50, moved sideways, had a long time sideways movement, and just last year, October, we started again to form an uptrend, a strong uptrend. And now we are in that strong uptrend. In the short-term chart, you see that strong uptrend. And here, as start of 31 of August, we have been consolidating a little bit, and now we are here nearly at the lower end of the consolidation, or let's say So I think for Tesla, soon it could be an attractive entry point. If we pull back further a little bit, this could be a very good entry point, let's say around 350. Tesla's EPS growth is not that strong. It's minus 113%, but the sales growth is 13%, but the relative strength rating is so strong with 99, and Tesla is definitely top disruptive stock in the industrial sector. So I think definitely a stock to hold for the long term. Okay, so that was it for Tesla. Let's have a look at the next disruptive momentum stock, and it is SE, C Limited. Here you can see the longer term chart of C. After its IPO in October 2017, it had built an IPO base. This took until, let's say, March 2019, and then it moved into a strong uptrend. And now we are in that uptrend, and in the short-term chart you see a nice uptrend, with not too much volatility attached. So this is quite favorable. And now we are pulling back to the 50 days. So this could be an attractive entry point. A bounce from the 50-day would be really a nice buying point. C's growth characteristics are the EPS growth is not that good. It's minus 17%, but the sales growth is super strong with 103%. And also the relative strength rating is also super strong with 98. So it's definitely a top communication services internet company. Okay, so that was it for C. Let's have a look at the next disruptive momentum stock, and it is TWST, Twst Bioscience. Here you can see the longer term chart of Twst Bioscience. Twst has been an IPO in October 2018. After its IPO, it had a longer term sideways movement, and this year in May it broke out of that sideways movement and formed a nice less volatile uptrend. Here we can see that uptrend quite nicely, and in after the 15th of October we started a pullback. And before we had a strong up move, exhaustion move, and now we are pulling back a little bit together with the overall market, and now we're at the 50-day moving average, so I think this could be soon an attractive entry point for Twst. And the EPS growth is not that good of Twst, it's minus 18%, but the sales growth is super strong with 49, and the relative strength rating is also super strong with 96. So Twst is definitely also a top healthcare stock, and it's in the medical diagnostic space. So this has been also a hot sector, and I will make also a video about the best stocks in the medical devices sector, about the best momentum stocks in the medical devices sector. So this will come up soon in my in this Momentum Master series. And also, by the way, guys, please have a look at my playlist for the Momentum Master Stocks series. There are many Momentum Master sectors, or many momentum sectors in it, interesting and disruptive sectors. For instance, I have one video about internet momentum stocks, which is quite good. Then I have one video about the NASDAQ momentum stocks, which have been so strong this year. And I have also one video about tech software momentum stocks, and one video I will have about, about tech semiconductor momentum stocks. So these have been all very hot sectors with strong performances year to date, and many of these sectors had also strong performances for quite some years. Over the last 5 to 10 years, very strong performances. So these are the hot sectors. So it's important to focus on them, and in these hot sectors select the best momentum stock, and this is what we do here. So guys, stay with me, touch subscribe button so that you do not miss these hot momentum videos in the future, and also have a look at my other growth videos. My best long-term tech growth stock strategy, which is a long-term growth strategy with the highest growth potentials, and also have a look at my TechGrowthStocks daily strategy. It's a little bit shorter term strategy. And by the way, below the videos I have links, there you can monitor the performances of my strategies. Okay, guys and girls, that was it for Twst. Let's have a look at the next stock, and it is Zscaler. Zscaler, here you can see the longer term chart. Zscaler was an IPO in 2018, March 2018. After its IPO, it broke out quickly after that, and it built a nice base here, and then continued into an uptrend, but starting as of July 2019, it had a big break and moved into a downtrend, and this year we made a low in March with this downtrend, and we could recover from it and move into an uptrend again. And now it looks also less volatile than before, this uptrend. Here we see the shorter term uptrend, and we made a high on 2nd of September, and since then we have been consolidating, and now we're at the lower end of that short-term consolidation base. Zscaler has excellent growth characteristics, a super strong EPS growth of 450%, a strong sales growth of 43%, and a very strong relative strength rating of 96. So it's definitely a top tech software stock. and also, and definitely also a top innovative or disruptive momentum stock. Okay, so that was it for ZS. Let's have a look at the next stock, and it is DOCU, DocuSign. Yeah, here we can see the longer term chart of DocuSign. DocuSign was an IPO in 2018. And guys, by the way, I think you see now I'm talking about when the stocks were IPOs, yeah? And all these stocks, as you can see, most of them are quite recent IPOs, and that is important because these young stocks, have in their first 10 years often have the highest performance, or they make their super performance in their early years. So it's very important to focus on these early young stocks after their IPOs. Okay, so Doku. Yeah, Doku, you see the chart, it built its IPO base, and in September 2019 it broke out nicely of that IPO base and formed a strong uptrend. And now we are in this uptrend in the shorter term chart, and we can see, let's say around July 2000, this year, July, we moved into a sideways phase with a strong exhaustion up move in September, and then the 2nd of September we made that exhaustion high and had a pullback since then, and have been consolidating. Now we are at the lower end of that base, so I think that could be an attractive entry point soon, for Doku. Doku's growth characteristics are the EPS growth is not that strong, -7%, but the sales growth is super strong with 42%, and the relative strength rating is also very strong with 96. So Doku is definitely also a top disruptive momentum stock. Okay, so that was it for Doku. Let's have a look at the next disruptive momentum stock. Have a look at the next disruptive momentum stock. Okay, we can see it is TWLO, Twilio. And Twilio, here you can see Twilio had its IPO in around July 2016. And after its IPO, it increased strongly, then declined very strongly. And this is sometimes the case for young disruptive stocks or for young IPOs. They also have declines, and after this strong decline, it could break out of this bottom here in around March 2018 and formed a nice uptrend. And since then, for March 2018, it formed its uptrend, and this uptrend was until around July 2019, and then we declined at a consolidating correction phase, and this ended with a March low of this year, and then we moved into a strong uptrend, and now in the shorter term chart, we see that uptrend, and we built a small sideways base. We broke out of that base at the start of October to October, and then we made a high on 13th of October, and since then Twilio has been consolidating together with the overall market or with the Nasdaq. Now we are pulling back to the 50-day moving average, and I think this could be, if we monitor this stock, and a bounce from the 50-day moving average could be a good entry point. Twilio's growth characteristics are super strong, has a super strong EPS growth of 59%, a super strong sales growth of 51%, and a very strong relative strength rating of 95. So Twilio is definitely a top disruptive momentum stock, and a top stock in the communication services space and internet space. Okay, so that was it for Twilio. Let's have a look at the next disruptive momentum stock, and it is PINS. Pinterest. I mean, I think most of you, I think, know this social media platform. I think it's very good, so I like that stock. Yeah. When we look at the little bit longer term chart of Pinterest, yeah, you can see it was an IPO in April 2019. After its IPO, yeah, it moved into a downtrend, strong downtrend, and made its low this year in March. Yeah, and after the March low, it could form an uptrend, a strong uptrend, and from the low was around 11, and now we are at 68. So it had a strong move, like six to seven times move in just 7 months. Yeah, so this is quite strong. Yeah, the short-term chart, you see that strong up move, and yeah, here we had an exhaustion gap, and we are coming back from that gap a little bit. So I think an attractive entry point could be here around these shorter term moving averages, around 48 to 50. This would be, I think, an attractive entry point. The Pinterest has excellent growth characteristics, a super strong EPS growth of 63%, a strong sales growth of 19%, and a strong relative strength rating of 94. So it's definitely a top communication services stock and a top internet stock to consider. Okay, everybody, so this is it for Pinterest. Now let's have a look at the last disruptive momentum stock as of today, and it is PACB, Pacific Biosciences, California. And here you can see the longer term chart of Pacific Biosciences, and you can see it had been quite volatile. Yeah, and yeah, it's a biotech or medical diagnostic stocks, and these stocks can be very volatile. But you can see recently it had this downtrend, and this year around July it broke out of this downtrend and formed a very strong up move with a really strong, and we can see also volume came into the stock quite heavily. The short-term chart, we see that strong up move, so strong, and now we are building a small topping base. Yeah, so I think it could be interesting if we could break out from this small topping base. Yeah, Pacific Biosciences growth characteristics aren't that strong. The EPS growth is minus 56%, the sales growth is minus 18%, and the relative strength rating is 96. So the relative strength rating is very strong, and it's in the medical diagnostic space. So it's still also a hot sector, and I think this company has a lot to offer. So definitely it's also a top disruptive momentum stock. Okay, everybody, so that's it for today. For the disruptive momentum stocks, I hope there are some stocks for you in that video, or where you can do your own research on them a little bit more. And guys, I hope you liked that video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel that you do not miss any new momentum stock videos, and also growth stock videos. And guys, please leave me your comments so that I can answer to all of your questions. And also please have a look at my other videos of my Momentum Master series. I have many momentum stock videos, the best internet stocks, the best NASDAQ stocks, the best biotech momentum stocks, and so on, the best tech software momentum stocks. Have a look at these videos, and also have a look at my other series. For instance, the best long-term tech growth stocks strategy. There are also nice, interesting stocks in it. And also have a look at the TechGrowthStocks daily strategy. Okay, guys and girls, thank you for watching this video, and I had fun making it, and see you next time. Cheers.